Today I f***ed up by ruining every song my wife loves. I am 33 years old, and I have a very childish brand of humor. I have a pretty useless gift of changing song lyrics on the fly as I listen, usually into something immature and stupid, which I and a lot of my coworkers find hilarious. All this is usually kept at work, but lately my creativity has made its way into a road trip with my wife and kids. My children share my sense of humor, so I thought it would be funny to involve them in the festivities. My wife is a big pop country and 90s R&B fan, so a lot of these songs played on our road trip. During a Luke Bryan song, I decided to change the word girl into squirrel. Country squirrel, shake it for me squirrel, shake it for me squirrel, shake it for me. My kids thought this was funny as hell and decided from then on every song would have this change made. It continued on from there. This squirrel is on fire. She's an American squirrel. Fast forward to today. Anytime a song she likes comes on the radio, she slams her hand on the power button and throws me daggers from the passenger seat. I may be in the doghouse for a while. Too long didn't read. I changed the word girl into squirrel in every song and my wife hates me for it. Today I f***ed up by applying a decal to the wrong car. I know this is nowhere near as big as other f***s here, but goddamn is it annoying and I really need to vent somewhere. About 4 days ago, I ordered a car decal for the university I'm going to. I get my mail today and hallelujah, it has arrived. Yay, eager and probably semi-blind. I went to where my car was parked and applied the decal with no problems. This is one of those decals where you apply a whole cover and then peel it away so there are a lot of letters with nothing between them. So it looked clean AF. Anyways, I went to throw away the excess stuff and admire my work and it's not in my car. Now, my car has these anime stickers on the side, so I know for sure I didn't mix it up this time. So I was confused and thought the wind blew away the letters or something and was about to be really pissed. Why didn't I just check to make sure the car I was applying the decal to had these stickers? Cause I'm a moron, that's why. My excitement probably just blinded me and I was too eager. Anyways, as you might have guessed, I actually applied the decal to the car next to me, which I realized when I turned towards it as I was heading back to my house in shame. Damn. I was considering heading back home and letting the dude or girl take care of it themselves, but my inner conscience got the best of me and I spent around 10 minutes meticulously taking off a ton of tiny stickers as to leave no residue. Lucky me, these stickers are very well made and there was indeed no residue left. Thank God. So due to me being stupid, I wasted $10, 4 days of waiting, and 10 minutes I could have spent doing something else. Nothing too bad, but I'm still pissed. Too long didn't read, applied decal to the car next to mine, had to spend some time taking it off, and now I'm down the price of the decal. Today I f***ed up by firing a gun inside a closed room. Usual disclaimer, on mobile and non-native speaker. Well, I'm pretty much into black powder firearms and reenactment, so I own a few black powder rifles. I went to the range yesterday and one of my cap lock rifles had some issues, which I couldn't fix at the range. When I got home, I unpacked it and wanted to free up the touch hole by using an extra strong cap. The last shot did go off at the range, or so I thought. Nope, wrong. The moment I pulled the trigger, the extra strong cap did its job. Freeing the touch hole and the gun went off. Anybody who has shot a black powder gun before knows that these fuckers are loud, real loud. Louder than most modern handguns. It doesn't matter that much at the gun range, but I shot it in a pretty small room, without hearing protection and with a full military charge. I basically went deaf for a few minutes. Luckily my workshop is outside the house and I pointed the gun in the dirt pit I've set up exactly for these kind of events. So nothing serious happened, except for me becoming temporarily deaf. My ears are still ringing about 5 hours later. Too long didn't read, didn't double check my black powder rifle after range time, shot it at home accidentally, resulting in me becoming temporarily deaf. Today I f***ed up by ordering the wrong bottle of wine. Today I f***ed up by accidentally ordering a $5,600 bottle of wine while trying to order an $80 bottle of wine. After Tiger's incredible Masters victory on Sunday, I found myself in a great position. Not only had my favorite golfer and golf legend Tiger Woods just completed the impossible, but I had just won a Masters pool that I had entered. Instead of keeping the money to myself, I called up my boys and invited them to celebrate with me the only way I know how, a steak dinner. Upon looking at the extensive wine menu at the restaurant in the Trump International Hotel, we settled on 2 bottles of wine, one for $50 and one for $80, except for one little problem. Sitting just below the $80 bottle of wine that I intended to order was a 5,600 bottle called Screaming Eagle. When I gave the wine order to our server, I accidentally looked and read the number 917 for the $5,600 bottle instead of the $80 bottle, which was just above it on the list. Neither the server nor the beverage manager alerted us to the fact that I had just ordered a bottle of wine that cost more than most people make in a month's worth of work. Not to mention how weird it must have looked to order the most expensive and least expensive bottles on the list at the same time. Had they even said one little thing, I would have absolutely realized my mistake and changed the order. However, the staff proceeded to serve us the wine, and when the check came, boy, was I in for a surprise. About 5 times the amount I was expecting the bill to be. I asked the beverage manager why they didn't say anything, as well as why they have an $80 and $5,600 bottle right next to each other on the menu. The response was that the list was in alphabetical order and they thought we knew what we ordered. Having no other option, I handed the server my credit card, paid the bill, and left the restaurant, incredibly dejected. Too long didn't read, I thought I ordered an $80 bottle of wine. Turned out to be $5,600. Now I'm broke. Edit. I am 26 and my buddies with me at the table range from 25 to 28. Not many people in their mid-20s would be looking to make that order in my opinion. Also worth mentioning that we grabbed drinks at a bar down the street from the hotel after the dinner to drown my sorrows away, and ran into the guy that approached us and claimed he worked at the restaurant and recognized us from our order. We got to talking to him and he basically told us the entire staff knew that the bottle order was a mistake, but no one said or did anything about it and just let the whole thing happen. My one buddy actually got the guy on video saying that too. Bull. Today I f***ed up by biting a grenade. Okay, so I own the casing of a World War I grenade. It's something I picked up for a few quid years ago. If anyone's interested, you can buy them for like £3 if it's low quality like this one is. And thought it was an interesting piece of history. It is completely legal and doesn't have, and almost certainly never did have, any explosives in it. It's open from the top where the mechanism would usually be, has a hole drilled through it, and it's filled with resin, which are the legal requirements to own a deactivated grenade in the UK. Now, I'm not really sure what to do with my grenade now that I have it. It was something cool to own, but frankly, not tremendously easy to work out what to do with. I mean, where would you put a grenade? It generally wanders around my house. Sometimes it's on the mantelpiece, sometimes it ends up in a cupboard or something. For some reason, today, it was sitting on the top of a plastic box next to where I was sitting. So it's a bit late and I was sitting, eating an apple without the lights on while browsing Reddit on my laptop. The thing is that an apple is about the same size as this grenade, and especially without the insides not a million miles off in terms of weight. So you're probably working out where this is going. I put the apple down on the plastic box as I write something, go to pick it back up, and take a bite out of it without thinking. Only, it's not an apple, it's a grenade. I feel a little bit of the back of my teeth chip off in the force of the bite, and my mouth is now hurting like hell. Overall, it's not the worst thing I've ever done in terms of impact, but it's pretty up there with the raw stupidity. I really can't afford to pay dental bills right now, and I really don't need this. I will from now on not eat apples around grenades. Too long didn't read, bite deactivated grenade thinking it's an apple and mess up my teeth a bit. Today I f***ed up by not doing the dishes. So this actually happened almost 2 weeks ago, but I am still suffering the consequences. Too long didn't read at the bottom. Let's rewind to 2 weeks ago on Thursday night. I'm home alone with just my dogs, as my boyfriend often works late till 12 or 1 AM. I decide to make myself chicken with a lemony herb butter. I beat the butter and spices in my beloved and wonderful glass Pyrex bowl. Being the lazy person that I am, I threw all of the dishes in the sink and sat down to eat when I was finished. A few minutes later, while I'm eating, my dogs decide to go into the kitchen to counter surf. Now, one of my dogs is pretty tall and he has a thing for milk products. Milk, butter, ice cream, yogurt. If it comes from a cow, his eyes are wide and he's on that shit immediately. Knowing this, I probably should not have set my glass Pyrex bowl on top of the dish pile without rinsing out the remaining butter. Anyhow, no sooner than my dog walking out there do I hear an ear-shattering smash. I run out to see the damage, and my favorite bowl is in 5 million pieces all over the kitchen. I quickly sweep up the mess, but I don't turn the lights on to check to make sure I had gotten all the pieces. I just really want to finish my chicken and my show. After I finish my show, I'm in a good mood, and for some reason, I'm dancing around to the kitchen with my plate. Big mistake. Huge. I do a little jump step and land directly on a large shard of glass that I missed out of pure laziness. My foot is absolutely searing in pain, and I've never seen so much blood come out of myself. I don't do well with blood either, and I pass out immediately. I am only out for a second, as my dogs are freaking out and barking at me. I typically avoid the doctor at all costs, but I'm pretty sure my foot is messed up, and I call everyone I know to take me to the ER. My mom gets there after 45 minutes of tears and warding my dogs away from all of the blood. Gross, I know. My ER doctor tells me that he is pretty sure I nicked the tendon, stitches me up, and refers me to a specialist. I go to the podiatrist 3 days later. My entire foot is bruised up, and I can't move my big toe at this point. My doctor says he thinks I straight up cut the tendon in half and wants to do surgery ASAP before it starts to retract. I go in for surgery 2 days later, and he ends up having to not only reopen the cut, but also cutting another 5-inch incision down my foot to find the tendon and reattach it in my toe. I now have the lovely accessory of a knee-high, black post-op boot and crutches just as springtime weather begins. Too long didn't read, I didn't do the dishes right away, so my dog counter-surfed and broke a large Pyrex bowl. I was lazy, didn't clean it up, and stepped on a piece. I severed the tendon attached to my big toe in half and had to get surgery to reattach it. ETA, my dogs are fine and were not hurt. Hey, what's up guys, Real Life here, and thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a comment, a like, and subscribe. As always, I'll see you again next time and have a great day.